It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more... And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA, with a sack. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for, and it's third down.
Here we go. Throw right in. 3, Mike. Gun. Watch that. He's coming. We got double up.
Prescott from the gun. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down. Well, I thought they should have punted before. Now they probably definitely need to punt, right?
Yeah, we did a little mind melding there, didn't we? Because I was wondering, why are you out there if you're not going to punt it in the first place? Now I don't think they have any choice.
So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Let's get that ball here.
Breeze now on first down. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he'll get up nearly at the 44-yard line. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 42. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Second and 6 at the Cowboys' 38-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Breeze now. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. On first down, Breeze. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
On 2nd and 10. Breeze looking again for Thomas, this time complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Now Breeze again. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here.
36.
Breeze going to go on 4th down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. Partners, switching gears for a second, a really cool moment on Sunday night when Clay Matthews, former Browns linebacker, was inducted into Cleveland's Ring of Honor. And, of course, his son Clay was playing for the opposite team that night. It was a really neat moment.
Fantastic moment. And it's Clay 2 and Clay 3, correct?
Yes.
Dad is 2, son who's playing for the Rams now is 3. When he popped out there to see the rest of the family, all of them wearing the 57 jersey that Clay II wore with such distinction for Cleveland for all those years. When he played long enough, a lot of people think he played with Otto Graham. I mean, it was amazing. About nearly a 20-year career there. I mean, just phenomenal what he got done. And even better to see his son able to pop out there and share the moment with him on such a special night. Just phenomenal.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. Then he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Let's go! Watch the twins!
Prescott looks to throw on first. And this will be incomplete. physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Charles, with that incompletion, I want to step back for a second, just talk about the quarterbacks this year. It's an interesting stat that you and I were looking at before the game. 40 quarterbacks have been used in the first 3 weeks of the NFL season, most in the Super Bowl era. Some injuries and then just some changes at QB.
Yeah, and 20 of the starting quarterbacks this past Sunday under the age of 27. But what I like about what I'm seeing, despite the injuries, retirements, guys being unable to play, I'm seeing these youngsters and backup.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. Kamara now to return. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
At their own 26-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. The final shot before half for Breeze. He's going to launch this thing way downfield, and that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So that'll back him up 5. So the delay